Welcome back to another episode of the Whatever Buddy podcast. Episode 88 is upon us. Jonny is somewhere lost in Sweden and Ryan is in Los Angeles, so bear with the technical difficulties. With that being said, some good topics are covered today, but most importantly, make sure you make it out to the Roxy Theatre on November 2nd to see Five-Headed Cobra. That is a cobra snake with 5 heads. Ryan Harris, the one and only Harris of the Ryan kind, is one of those 5 heads. So I need you to sit back and relax and enjoy the show. So with no further ado, Ryan and Jonny. What's up, dude?
There we are. Hey.
There I am.
RV.
Hey, we're doing our best, man. We're doing our best.
That's
we're
right.
Doing
That's
our
right.
best. Hello, everybody.
Hey, peeps.
Welcome back. We skipped a week. Let's acknowledge the fact that this travel shit has cost us a week. Us a week.
Tell what happened. You got to be honest, because the blame's on you in this one. You called me up. You're going, oh, don't be mad. I forgot my microphone.
That was I was on a ferry. I couldn't get down to it though.
It's not my fault. I was on a ferry.
Put your shoulders up.
Hello,
everybody.
Up.
Welcome to episode 88, if I'm correct.
Welcome to episode 88. You're traveling with probably the grand total of 1 suitcase worth of things, and you forget your microphone.
Well, it's because, all right, dude, you've been on a ferry before. Yeah, I was getting on a 17-hour ferry going from fucking Finland to fucking.
And you didn't have
back
all
to
your
Sweden.
stuff?
I only took what I needed. I took what I needed for a shower. I took my backpack. I didn't take all my luggage because there's 4 dudes in like a fucking cabin in a goddamn ferry. It's a pain in the dick. So I only took my backpack and shit.
So to be
and then realized when I got up there.
Advocate.
Yeah.
I would argue.
Advocate of the devil's kind.
I would argue that you didn't take everything that you needed.
Well, I was just going to say that I thought I did.
Yeah.
All right, you caught me, dude. Like, what do you want me to fucking say? I'm sorry.
No, dude, it's all good. I'm in a bad mood. I gotta move.
Let's talk about it.
I gotta move, dude. I gotta move out of this apartment, dude.
Why?
Because every morning there's construction. Every morning. It started I double checked because I recorded it one morning because it was absurd. In June. It started in June. They could have built a house by now.
At what time?
Like 7 in the morning, dude. No, it's different times. It's not 7 in the morning every day. But I'm getting like PTSD from it.
Isn't it like 8 a.m. like the real time they can start?
Probably call it that then. It's the apartment right next to me. How long I could have Bob the Builder, I could have updated the apartment since June by myself. Listen to this. Listen to this. I recorded this. This is me laying in bed with my phone at my apartment recording.
What's the timestamp?
It's 8 a.m.
What's the timestamp? I would fucking bitch about this. I'd be like, this is fucked up.
I did. Now,
what'd they say?
Now I'm going to turn that off because it's horribly annoying. That was that started in June, dude. I complained. I sent a text message. I said, I work from home. I was polite. I wasn't an asshole. I didn't pound on the wall or anything. I sent a text message. I said, hey, curious, to the property manager, curious. How long is this construction going to be going for? Because I work from home and I can't work from home when the construction is going on. Guess what? I pay my rent on time. I didn't get a reply. I saw him in the hall. It goes unacknowledged. I'm like,
Did you bring it up to him face to face? Yo, bro,
nothing,
why didn't you respond to me about that?
Move.
I would have quartered him.
Froze.
I'd be like, yeah, listen, in the apartment, I would have said, hey, dude, hey, yo, I froze. I would have said, hey, dude, you didn't respond to my email. What the fuck is up with the construction?
Yeah,
it's fucking
I suppose
ignorant.
It's time to get a little. I mean, I hate those kinds of conversations, bro. I don't know. I'm just so if I come across.
Hey, when was the last time I talked to you?
Hey, cousin Wee Wee, if I come across angry today, it's because I got woken up by people drilling pipes next to my head. Okay. When was the last time you talked to me?
He's got to talk to me today.
When was the last time you talked to me? It was the last podcast, dude. Because you're in Jonny U, doing Jonny U tour mode.
I am in tour mode, dude.
Yeah.
We did just clean the RV today because we exchanged this one for a new one on the 1st of November. But We've had a week off. Well, not a week, 5 days off. We finished the first leg on Sunday. Yeah. 25 shows, 10 countries. And then now we move on and we start another 14 shows to go. Another 4.5 weeks.
Yeah, that's a long tour you're on, my man. At least the podcast hasn't suffered.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be in Germany the whole week. Next week in Hamburg. We're doing 3 shows at the same place. But what's it called? We're doing a bunch of we might be shooting a music video and stuff like that. So it'll be a busy week, and then we get
same place.
Yeah, we're doing October 23rd, 28th, and 30th. They're all showcase things. So it's all in the same spot for a reason. But yeah, it's been a great tour so far. I've been gone for over 6 weeks now.
Yeah, it's a long time, dude. Are you in mode? Are you in road mode?
Yeah, like if I was to go home right now, I'd probably be a little bit out of whack, You're
out of whack anyway, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can tell. I drank some of the Putz tonight. You remember the Putz? You know the Putz. It's that German drink. It tastes like ginger.
Oh, you had the Putz.
Fucks your world. I had the Putz. Some Putz. I just drank some Putz before I came on here.
Because there's a magic formula with that stuff. A little bit's good. Too much is very, very bad.
Three swigs. Three swigs.
Okay. You'd probably be okay.
But you got to understand, it's 11 o'clock at night here. I've got to be giving some slack here. You're dealing with 2 in the afternoon. I'm at 11 o'clock at night. This is unfair ball game.
I'm not giving you any grief. I'm just saying don't do a 4th.
Yeah.
You can't do too much of the Putz.
So let me ask you. Give me a Hillbilly Herald review of last night.
Oh, last night, yeah, I went to the Viper Room. They sounded great. They sounded great.
That's great. Good. That's good to hear.
Might be. I'm gonna go out on a limb and not to sound like a kiss ass, but it might have been the best I've heard them sound, honestly.
Well, it was the original lineup. Like the lineup that had the most success was the lineup they had last night. Did you hear that part?
I didn't know that. I was told that, and I believe it. But they sounded great. Louis was playing drums.
Louis the man. Yeah, Louis wasn't the original drummer. But he came on with that lineup. So, I guess you could say
go
it was
back to episode,
an original lineup thing.
Jimmy's episode.
There's a storm happening outside. If you can hear it, it's windy as fuck. I sleep in the RV. The first night I slept here at Martin's house, we had 5 days off. The first night I slept here was so cold, I had to sneak into his house and sleep on the floor where it was warm. Because he moved out to a farm. Where there's pigs and stuff. And then
sounds fun.
Yeah, now I got a space heater in the RV for we ran out of propane, and the attachments for propane in Sweden and Germany are different. So we've got to wait till we get back to Germany in 2 days to get propane.
Oh, that makes perfect sense, but that's annoying. That doesn't sound like you're showering a whole lot.
I've showered a couple of times this week. I got hotels pretty much every show from here on out, which is nice. Yeah. It's been crazy. 25 shows, 10 countries. It's a
lot. It's good.
A wild fucking 6.5 weeks. And just 4.5 more to go.
Yeah. Hey, did you hear the latest? Did you hear Guns N' Roses is doing 2 nights at the Hollywood Bowl? Guess what 2 nights?
You said Guns N' Roses, 2 nights at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah, guess what 2 nights? November 1st and 2nd.
Oh, no, shit. That sucks.
We're like, really? Whatever.
That sucks. Are you kidding me? I saw the advertisement on Instagram.
Because we're playing the 2nd. It's like, all right, one more thing.
Why were they announced so late? Now? What happened?
Probably because they did Power Trip. What was Power Trip? I guess coming on 2 weeks ago now.
Did Power Trip do well? Was that a success?
I don't think it was amazing. I think it did. I saw pictures from people that went, friends that went and stuff. It was crazy.
I asked because the advertising for it was so much beforehand that it made me think that ticket sales were hurting.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I got invited to it, but I didn't feel like driving out by myself. That's pretty lame. I know it, but whatever.
Who invited you?
Armin.
Oh, Armin. I got a text from Armin.
Anyway, though, so Guns N' Roses, there was a review on Guns N' Roses. I'm not shit talking them. I like them, but they said there was a review that said Slash, still a rock star. Axl, past his prime.
I just watched just 2 days ago Guns N' Roses live at the Ritz, 1988.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And dude, like, it's not the same thing. I also watched Motley Crue live 1989, and it's also like, it's like, damn, they were on fire then, and now it's just a fucking joke. Why they do it?
Yeah.
It obviously for money, because they can. And I understand they love playing, but it's like, at some point you're hurting the brand.
Well, it just makes me wonder, dude, like, how bad did they hate each other? Because for 25 years they didn't do anything, and that's probably arguably 25 prime years of kicking ass and writing good songs and playing shows and looking good, and now they're back together and they're like, Axl,
think about this for a second. Think about Axl, and think about if you'd want to deal with that. The guy seems like an absolute jerk off.
He's doing this like weird Mickey Mouse thing with his voice. Listen to this. I don't know where this is from.
There's something weird about Axl Rose having short hair.
I mean, it's like even somebody in the comments posted like a Mickey Mouse picture. It's rough. I don't think that's funny. I'm not shitting on it. It's just like, vocals don't hold up for a lot of some of those dudes.
So you've been in rehearsal hell for the last few weeks.
I wouldn't call it rehearsal hell. I'd call it rehearsal boot camp. It's like,
yeah,
like all
How long
days,
are your rehearsals every day?
from like noon to 5-ish. At this point, we're just running the set. Yeah, like.
So, what about the other bands last night? Hillbilly Harold kicked ass. Dusty Bow, I'm imagining a couple of former guests from the podcast up there on the fucking Viper Room stage. How was it?
Yeah, so let's fill people in on what you're talking about. Last night was Viper Fest, and I guess there's a lot of people there. It was cool. It was like
you were gonna fill the people in. You didn't fill them in at all.
Well, because there's not a whole lot to say about it. It was a bunch of our friends playing at the Viper Room. It was
fair.
cool though. It was like a reunion of like a couple years back.
Yeah, well, they were missing the headliner of all of that. Just saying. Oh,
you saying we should
cut that out. You cut that out. You cut that out. You cut that out.
It's funny because I'm leaving it in. It's funny because I was walking up and like the marquee, half of the marquee was blocked by like tree leaves and the other half said drive. And I was like, am I missing something? So I like looked around and it was like,
can you imagine we were playing there without you? I flew in.
or they just like put it up on the marquee to get people to go.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. I mean, that would have made the Viper Palooza or whatever the fuck they call that thing. That would have made it complete. Here's a crazy fun fact. Last year, Warner Drive played October 14th.
It's about exactly a year ago last weekend. A year ago
on Saturday.
A year ago, Saturday. 1 week today.
It was a year ago Saturday.
Yeah.
That just passed. And the reason I know this is because the Mercury Riots opened that show. And that was Justin from the Mercury Riot's very first show. And in 1 year's time, he went from playing on October 14th, 2022, his first show at the Viper Room, to October 14th, 2023, Oslo, Norway.
And do you know how many shows that was? So how many he did?
Yeah, that was his 33rd show.
Cool.
In Oslo. 30
Pretty
show.
Cool.
We know.
Oslo.
Hamburg was 30. So then there was after Hamburg there was Trollhättan, Stockholm, Helsinki, Motala, Oslo. Oh, it was his 35th show. I
love how you're counting his shows. I mean, I get it. You played them too, but it's funny.
Well, you know what's even crazier? You think about this. If we've done 25 shows, before this tour, the band had done 57 since August.
You're getting all rain, man. Be careful. Turn into Rain Man.
Right.
57 shows.
Right.
57 shows.
So that means we've done 83. We've done 83 shows total as the Mercury Riots. 7 in America, 76 in Europe.
I'm noticing a pattern.
That's wild.
I'm noticing a pattern.
That's pretty wild. So right now, just for those who don't know, I'm sitting on a farm in the middle of Sweden. It's like the middle of nowhere, Sweden. Martin's got pigs, chickens, a dog, 2 cats.
Pigs, chickens, and no room in his house to do the podcast from. So you're still in the RV during a storm.
Still in the RV during a storm.
Internet connection
sucks.
Has been better.
It blows. I've been having a bared hair day.
Bared hair day. I'm not frustrated at you. I'm just frustrated
day.
in general because it's hard to talk to somebody when they're lagging.
Well, at the moment, we're having pretty good, so let's not hex it. You know, we're doing all right.
That's a good point,
right
Johnny. You've always been the positive, optimistic one.
Did you like that video I sent you, the catcher? And he wasn't happy with the call, so he threw the ball at his cock.
Wait, what? I didn't see a video you sent me. You're going to have to explain that again.
Dude, you got to go back to your Instagram video. It's like one of those overdubbed, one of those videos, and it's like baseball. So, like, he throws the ball at the home plate, and he's like, he doesn't like the call at home. So he throws the ball to third, but it misses the third baseman and hits the umpire right in the cock. So the commentary's like, he didn't like the call at home, so he threw the ball at the umpire's cock.
Let me grab it.
It's great. You got to go look at it. It's on InstaWeb. There it is, dude. Right there. That one with the... Yeah. Turn the volume on. Make sure you turn the volume on.
Like the call the umpire made in the last play, so he throws a dart right at his cock. And it is safe to say if that umpire ever has children, they're going to be born with 3 legs and 7 eyeballs. They're going to be all fucked up, Peter. Well, the first baseman didn't like the call the umpire made in the last play, so he throws a dart right at his cock. And it is safe to say if that...
Throws a dart right at his cock.
Right at his cock.
Some of those narrators are funny. Did you see that dude get leveled at the Phillies game?
No.
So the Phillies had it wasn't a streaker, but it was like a fan run out onto the outfield and check out the security.
I didn't see this. I gotta see this shit. Come on, show
This is your hometown team, my man. I figured you'd have seen it by now.
Stupid people. Yeah,
This is definitely
on the other side of the world.
This is probably close to a yo dummy because what did you expect to happen? Now, although I will say he probably didn't expect this. Check this out. Dude runs out onto the field. Boom! It'll show it from another angle. Watch this angle.
Oh, man. Oh, dude, he got knocked out.
It's
amazing.
Him. It's like, what did you think?
It's amazing. You got to love Philly fans.
What's
classless.
See, you're from Philly. Do you also agree that they are trash fans?
No, they're passionate.
They're passionate. Okay. At least you didn't
We got the best fans in the world. We got the best fans in the world. Come on now. You know this. I know this. They're better than Pittsburgh. They're better than anywhere. Nobody touches a Philly fan.
They're not. They don't travel like Pittsburgh.
That's not true. That's not true. You cray.
That's not true. People
don't
care.
Straight up cray.
Dude, haven't you learned by now that people don't care when we talk about sports?
All right, so let's talk about music. What can we talk about? Guess who I hung out with last week?
Who'd you hang out with last week, Johnny?
Countess Snib.
Oh, from Bonafide.
Bonafide Countess Snib.
It's pretty cool. Well, so anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about, we toured with them a couple of springs ago.
I saw Nicholas too.
Where were they?
Stockholm.
Cool. Was it random?
They came out to see Electric Mary. No, they came out to see Electric Mary, the band we were on tour with.
Yeah.
Which was really awesome. Those guys are great. I mean, you know, sad to see him go. Sad to see him go. 5 weeks on the road with a band that really,
such is,
you know,
that's tour,
such is life.
You know,
I hope I get to see him again. You know, that's the fucked up thing. You become friends with people that you never know if you're going to see them again. You know,
well, that's a dark way to look at it. You just said you saw Putz.
Well, I mean, it's the truth, though. I mean, think about it. How often have you gone on a tour with a band and then went on tour with them ever again?
Valid point, I guess.
Yeah. That's the weird thing about touring is you get people who become lifelong friends, even if you don't even see each other again. You become lifelong friends, you know?
Well, how
because
about
you spend every day together.
How about my band tours with your band exclusively from now on, from here on out?
Do I have to book that shit?
Well, yeah. What you drinking there, bud?
A strawberry line Summersby, a sparkling cider. Their bad attempt at fucking White Claw.
Put your shoulders up.
Put your shoulders up. This bunch of fucking, put your shoulders up kind of
stuff. You got
stuff.
more fruit in your drink than you got drink.
What else we got?
I had one more topic, but it's a sports
we haven't
topic.
talked for like 2 fucking weeks.
I know. You don't like me anymore, dude.
Yeah, I love you.
You've outgrown your friendship with me.
No,
you're too cool for
trust me.
You're too cool for
trust me. Trust me. I wish you were on the road with me. Trust me.
You're too cool for me, man. You're too cool.
I'm Jonny, you, the most misunderstood guy in rock.
The most misunderstood. Well, okay, what's that referring to? Let's get into it. Let's therapize.
What's that? No, we're not getting into that. All I'm going to say is, Jonny, you, the most misunderstood guy in rock.
I understand that you're enjoying that.
Where's the Putz at? Where's the Putz?
Where's the Putz? Don't promote the Putz on this podcast. It's bad for the kids.
No, but I will promote a blinker just for Ryan.
Well, since you're lagging all episode, I probably won't have to hear you cough.
Professional.
I'm a professional.
So, okay, let's talk about the showcase. How you feeling about it?
Coming up November 2nd at the Roxy. I've turned into a human billboard, dude. Anyone I talk to is like, November 2nd, Roxy.
There's some good advertisements. I got to admit, there's some good advertisements. I've seen some good advertisement. Yeah.
Are you getting it?
I see them on my Instagram and shit.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure because you're not in the country, so
No. I'm seeing them like so much so that my bass player, who has no idea who you guys are, is like, "Who the fuck is Five-Headed Cobra?" I'm like, "Oh, that's
really?
Ryan's man."
Yes, love that. I'm annoying. I'm gonna annoy everybody
it's obnoxious.
in the comments.
I see every time I get on Instagram, I see one of the ads.
Yeah,
every time.
All right. Off the record, I'm at the Viper Room last night, and I'm just talking to Rita. I talked to her for about 10-15 minutes when I got there, and she's like, "Well, what's up with you?" And I was like, "Oh, I got a new band." And she's like, "What's it called?" Too bad that was off the record, man. Dude.
You were talking to Rita about your new band. Sorry, that'll be.
You're just a. You know what, man? It's hilarious, and I'm laughing, but you're the biggest derailer. Best derail. I mean, if you're gonna derail, you got to derail like that.
I'm sitting my own ass over here, dude. It's horrible. Trust me, you're lucky.
The air fueling my lungs right now just came from my rectum.
Your shit particles are in my lungs.
I don't even know what we were talking about. This podcast sucks.
No, it's awesome. Yeah. The ones that we always think sucks turn out to be the best. This one probably really does suck, though. So, Rita, anyway, back to Rita was talking to you about your new band.
It's such a bad story at this point. The lady that works the front desk.
It's not. I just farted into the microphone. I'm sorry. I mean, it happens.
No, I'm talking to Rita at the front desk of the Viper. And when I got there last night, she's like, "Oh, what's new with you?" I was like, "I got a new band." She's like, "Oh, what's it called?" I was like, Five-Headed Cobra. She goes, "Get out of here. I love that." And I was like, "Oh, did you like see it in my feed or something?" She's like, "No, she's like, I got an ad and I clicked the link and watched the video and I loved it. I didn't know it was you though. Cause like if you see the video, it's kind of like, you can't really see my face that great. They got to disguise the
hanging on the mountain. Something like that.
Close enough, Jonny. It's close enough. Hanging on the mountain. Hey, is that what you really think of us?
Well,
I can name your songs. I can name your songs.
A tree. Yeah, you're good. Give me one. Give me one.
Hang on. Give me a second. Save me a drink. That's a Mercury Ride song.
It is. It's the proper name.
Hang me a drink. It doesn't work that way. You butthead.
Hanging on the mountain. Hanging on the mountain. You know, be smoking a big doobie. You know,
I'm trying to get people to go. You're not selling it.
Go. Fucking go. I'd go if I was there. I'm playing in Helsingborg that day. Helsingborg. I felt like I had to say it like the proper Swedish way or some shit. But
Helsingborg.
Helsingborg.
Has the two umlauts of the O, right?
Yeah. But, you know, I'm playing the place. The guy, you know, the Rock Bottom, the boat, they closed down. But the guy, the original owner guy that we know, who was married to the lady, the place I'm playing is his new place.
Is it a boat as well, or is it a venue?
It's a venue.
So did he sell the boat to purchase the venue?
I don't know. I don't know what happened to the boat. The boat just like kind of, I think the pandemic took it out.
Yeah.
And thank God. I mean, I loved the boat, but like it was like, God bless, but it was one of the most demoralizing places just because.
Let's clarify. It was a boat of a rock and roll boat venue. It didn't go out onto the water, it just sat docked. But so the thing that was demoralizing about it was that like you get this picture in your head, like we're doing a rock boat, cool. And then you get there and it's like a little ferry that's docked.
It's not even a ferry, dude. It's kind of like a little like showboat that's docked.
Yeah,
or
like a little clipper ship or something.
Play on a dance floor with a pole. But you know the best thing is about it is they'd always give you this homemade chili. They made this amazing homemade chili that you have to get it while you can. So I would eat too much of it before I would play and always be like hunkered down.
Yeah.
But you know, like I was just saying, people think tour life is easy when it's sort of like, you know, you got to take the fucking food when you can get it. If I didn't eat it at that moment,
you get overfed all the time.
You don't get overfed all the time. Most of the time you get underfed. In this particular situation, it's a good meal that I happen to like, bread and chili. You can't go wrong with me. I got more gas. I ain't going to put it up to the phone this time. Next time I will.
This is the worst whenever you overeat and then you got to play. It's like, not only do you feel bad, but it's just like...
Dude, I watched Felipe do it the other night. He was so hungry, and I watched him eating. I said, dude, you might want to watch yourself.
Careful now.
I said that. I said exactly. I said, be careful. So then, like, we're about to play. He's like, God, dude, I feel so heavy. I'm like, I told you. Fucking watch yourself, dude. Hour to showtime. And meanwhile, I saved my spaghetti and meat sauce that I got, and I put it in the motorhome, and it was like ice cold when I got it back. It was like eating a rock of ice.
You know, that's a cool thing about Europe. A lot of those venues, the people personally cook for you. It's like they're amazing. It's like
what sucks for me is I don't eat half of the shit, but yeah, you know, being the picky ass eater that I am, I kind of get fucked in that scenario a lot. But
we've talked about your eating habits before. I'm going to ask you again. Like, you're not allergic to anything. You just don't like it.
It's a fear.
Fear? People
have phobias of height and shit like that. I have phobias of trying new food. You put food in front of me that's like smells weird or has a weird texture, I'm not going to try it.
So food doesn't smell good to you?
Some does. Like
give me
love
an example.
The smell. For example, I love the smell of cooking onions, cooking garlic, all that, and I love it in sauces. But I will not eat anything that has chunky onions. I don't like the texture of onions.
Well, that's
I like
not
the
strange.
Taste of onions, but not the texture.
That's not strange at all. Because like I like cooked onions, but I don't really care for them in my salad. Or like I like tomatoes in a salad, but if you have a cooked tomato, I don't like the texture of a cooked tomato. But I like tomato sauce, so it's all kind of like none of that really makes sense.
Tomato sauce is my favorite thing in the world. I will not eat a tomato unless it's in tomato sauce, and I will not eat ketchup if you paid me. But tomato sauce is like one of my favorite things in the world.
Yeah,
Martin made me homemade meat sauce and tomato sauce this week with grown tomatoes on his farm.
Oh, you said he has pigs. You were probably a pig and shit.
His pigs are so cute, dude. They're like in their little winter home. And we walked up to the barn and like he called their names and they popped up out of the hay.
That's funny.
The cutest,
How big are they?
Cutest thing ever. They're pretty big.
Yeah. Back to the food. Back to the food. Back to the food. Back to the food. So A lot of that makes sense. But give me an example of something that smells bad to you.
Cheese.
Okay, well, cheese. Yeah, cheese. Well, cheese, that it's known.
Fish.
It smells bad.
Fish.
Well, yeah. No, I'm trying to pick you apart and I can't because fish smells terrible, but I love
Texture. Bananas.
Bananas are good.
Weird as
I
shit.
disagree with you on that. It's like
That's just me. I just never. I didn't.
cream.
But here's the thing, man.
Bananas are like
I think
ice
it all comes down. I think it all comes down to fucking like what you grew up on. And as I bring it to your attention, I know where it stems from. It stems from the fact that I had two parents that worked really late every night, and that I had older brothers who were just like, I'll just feed them chicken nuggets. So I never had the. You can't get up from the dinner table if you don't eat your broccoli. You know, so I never got used to trying food. So then it grew into a thing. You know.
What do you think of avocados?
Never had one. But the texture's kind of strange to me. I remember having cantaloupe.
That's why I brought it up, because you said you don't like bananas, the texture of bananas. It's like, well, it's kind of similar to an avocado. What do you think of pudding?
Yeah. Chocolate pudding can get down with, only because I had it as a kid, though.
What do you think of ice cream?
Jell-O, I love ice cream. Had it as a kid. But I never drank milk. Never drank milk as a kid. So like a glass of milk to me sounds crazy. Which I hear it's bad for you. You know, they're saying these days.
Yeah, debatable.
My phone's down to 10%.
Yeah, this has been a fascinating podcast, Johnny. I would like to thank you for indulging me in your life and telling me about all your shows and helping me promote my upcoming Roxy show, November 2nd. Tickets available at access.com.
So I want to thank everybody for dealing with this shit today. That's all I'm going to say. Episode 88, the lag, dealing with the shit. And the shit comes from Ryan's, and it's all Ryan's fault all the time, okay? Never put any of the blame on me. See, he's frozen right now. He's frozen exactly how I like him right now. He can't fight back at all. So why he can't fight back? He's back. Never mind. Now that he can fight back.
Yeah, I'm back now. Isn't it ironic that you're wrapping up a podcast about lagging and you lagged during your rant? Tell you what, people. We'll see you next time.
You're the one who lagged. Hey, I'm not lagging shit. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you like, subscribe, report the shit out of us. And yeah, we love you guys, man.
See you next time.
Karis is going to kill me. Karis like, I fucking hate this guy.